What's going on, my beautiful Scream fanatics? Daniel here. It's time to review Scream Season 2, Episode 11, titled Heavenly Creatures. Spoiler review. Make sure you have seen the episode. It should take me about 2 minutes to recap it, give you the pros, cons, and final score. Thank you so much for joining me. Alright, I believe next week is the Season 2 finale. So far, Scream has not been renewed for a Season 3. So we're kind of waiting on that, man. I'm a little worried. The ratings have been down quite a bit, man. The ratings have been pretty shit. So we're kind of waiting it out, I guess, and seeing if MTV. I mean, this is the only show that gets me to watch MTV, and I'm assuming maybe some other people don't watch MTV only for Scream. So if they don't show more, then I guess it ain't MTV's done for me, basically. So keep it going, and I'll keep on tuning in. So let's get right on to it, man. The recap, again, I believe there's going to be a Halloween special. I think that's confirmed, or at least 2 episodes for a Halloween special, so that's pretty interesting. Hopefully it's going to be with our main cast. I'd love to see that. A lot of interesting things happening in the series right now. And did they already confirm the killer? That's the question this episode. Is Eli the killer? There's all this evidence that proves that he's the killer, or is he just a sick fuck? I mean, I guess we'll just check that out right now. So, anyway, I'm taking too much time. I always talk too much, man. Excuse me for that. So let's get on to it. The killer is in Emma's house. Okay, he's doing what any other person would do. I guess it's just kind of look at Emma sleep and then kind of go through her stuff and stuff like that. Instead of taking her panties, which most people would do, he takes her dream journal, which is, I don't know why. That's sick. That's even more sick than taking someone's clothes. Is a dream journal? That's fucked up, man. Reading their dream journal and shit. What's wrong with you? So that happens. It scares Emma. Eli is being weird, as always. Eli, fuck this guy. He hasn't come out in the past few episodes, and then when he finally comes back, he's all acting weird, and he's eating cereal at 3 in the morning. Who eats cereal at 3 in the morning? I would be eating like a Hot Pocket or something, not cereal. Anyway, Kieran's up at 3 o'clock, and he's like, what are you doing up? What am I, 10 years old? I mean, what do you mean, what am I doing up, man? Something like that, but it's still weird. And Noah is done. Noah's done with the morgue. He's done with everything. He wants the murder board to be taken down. So Eli was at Will's funeral, which is really not... They really don't go into that much. I thought they would go kind of dive deep into that. But Will, of course, died in Season 1, and then Eli was there, which is weird, so it's a weird connection. Eli steals info from the mayor's house. The mayor ended up scamming a bunch of people, as long as he's been mayor, he's been scamming people. And he scammed the James family, which is Brandon James' family. So Kieran is searching, and he finds things in Eli's room of Audrey's letters to Piper. And that's how that's what makes Eli look like the killer, is that he has a bunch of information on Audrey, and well, look at there's Audrey's letters from Piper, so there you go, there's the proof right there. So Stavo visits Noah, and he keeps on, he tells him to keep on going, and that's the thing, Noah's giving up, but I think everyone would say, listen, Zoe was a big fan of the morgue, and a lot of people look up to you, a lot of people like the morgue, just because, even Zoe, just because, she's dead, she would want you to continue. She would want you to Paul Walker that shit. Like, Paul Walker's gone, but they're still going to milk out the franchise. Even when Paul Walker was alive, it was still a dead franchise, and they're still keep it going, you know what I mean? So it's just sort of a thing. I know someone's going to be like, what do you mean it was a dead franchise? Please, we're talking about Scream here. So anyway, stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, keep it going, man. Zoe wouldn't want you to finish. Zoe wouldn't want you to just, I'm done. So, Savo did something good there for once, So, anyway, he's uploading his final, or at least what it is to be. He ended up being like, this is not my final morgue. I'm going to keep on going. He's about to upload it. Every time I upload it, I will be thinking about you, Zoe, which was, aw. Anyway, he's uploading the thing, and his laptop gets hacked. So, it looks like Audrey and Emma are to blame. That's what the killer wants everyone to think. And the police are watching. Apparently, everyone watches the morgue. Apparently, everyone in the town. That's kind of weird. If I was in a small town, I make YouTube videos. Who are you? You're on YouTube? I don't know. Oh, You know what I mean? Like, okay, wow, everyone knows the morgue in town. Anyway, so it makes Emma and Audrey look like the killers, and they're at the old Brandon James house, or the barn, that area there, and Brooke's dad is there. He's going to meet with somebody. He ends up getting killed, and a freaking pitchfork through the chest, and oh, it's pretty damn bloody. It's gross. I don't know how they do it, man, but I love the way that they've been doing the killing so far this season. The police arrive, and of course, you know, Emma and Audrey went in there a few seconds before the police arrive, and she's holding the pitchfork and shit like that, and then the police arrive, and oh my god, well, he got stabbed with a pitchfork. She was holding a pitchfork over a dead body. Technically, she was not over the dead body. The body was kind of over there, and they were over there, so it wasn't over the dead body. Also, the thing is all she had to do was drop the pitchfork. Oh, look, police, I'm going to hold the pitchfork. You know what I mean? Like, drop the pitchfork, maybe, and help you out, too. But anyway, let's get right on to, into this episode with the pros and cons. Next week looks freaking awesome. I was thinking to myself, how are they going to do the finale? One more episode and they're going to jail. But the thing is that in next week's promo, the car ends up getting like in an accident, and then they're on the run from the police. So I think that's really exciting to see that. I was like, how are they going to do it? They look like they're going to make it awesome, so I'm very excited for that. And it better not be the finale of the series. Hopefully, we get picked up for a season 3. I'd really, this show just has to continue. I can't see it ending like that, just with one more episode to finish the whole story there. So first off, Brooke's dad's death. That was something that was very, not shocking. I think kind of when he entered the barn and he started playing with the phone and, okay, I'll play your little game. Ding, ding, I think it was kind of already like, okay, Brooke's dad's gonna die. It's not that, but it's the thing is that the way he died and how brutal that would be to breathe your final breaths, dude. Like, how, you know what I mean? Like, that's just so horrible. I mean, his lungs must have been pierced, his ribs and everything. Oh, it's pretty gross. So, it's a horrible way to die, and I'm surprised he was even still up when Audrey and Emma got in for him to pull it out of, like, he pulled the pitchfork out of himself. Yeah, it's a quicker way to die, I guess, but still, damn. So it was a really, really horrifying death there. Also, Noah, we got to give it to Noah Foster, man, for this episode. It's very different. It was kind of like when he was saying, I'm done with the morgue, you're thinking like, well, that's the end of Noah Foster. Noah Foster ain't going to be the same. I'm done with this murder and, obsessing and shit. That is who Noah Foster is, and kind of him changing would be horrible. That would be horrible to see because he really loved Zoe. And, well, what are you, dude? 17? There's many fish in the sea, but still. You still got Audrey. You still, maybe just play the card, flip the card where you're like, Audrey, I'm so alone. I need somebody. And then Audrey would be like, fine. Something like that. I don't know. Like, do that sort of card. It always works somehow. But, you know what I mean? Like, it's just, oh, God. Seeing Noah go through something is hard to see. And it's kind of depressing and sad. And it worked very well for the character. And I'm glad that he got back on, you fell off the horse, you get back on the horse, you get back on the saddle, you keep on riding it. So I'm happy that he ended up making that choice. I'm going to continue with the morgue. But now that his laptop's hacked, that's kind of like, like it messed up there. But I'm hoping, I'm glad Noah didn't give up fully, that he's going to keep on doing this and dedicating it to Zoe. The ending of the episode with them getting arrested, at first I didn't like it. I was like, God damn it, they're going to make it predictable and they're going to look like they're the killers. When Kieran got there, all he had to say was, it's Eli. It's Eli. Here, let's go to the house right now. It's Eli. I know who the killer is. So that's all he had to do. All he had to do. But still, it makes it more interesting next week. They're on the run, so it's still even more exciting. Kieran wanting to hurt Eli and him wanting to protect Emma is just something that's so just fun to see. I really enjoy Kieran, and I've heard a little bird saying that Kieran's the killer. Now, I can see it happening. I don't know how. I don't know. But come on, Kieran. Ever since Kieran arrived in season 1, he was always that weird guy, and then we got to know him. But did we really get to know him that well? Eli's wrong in the head. He's sick in the head, and he's very no, we're not leaving. We're gonna stay here, and to his mom or aunt or whatever. So I understand that. But what happens if Kieran is not who he says? What? It seems like a really effed up family, Eli and Kieran. So I don't know. A lot of things are gonna. I may be wrong. Kieran may not be the killer, but they never confirmed Eli is the killer. Sure, Eli sneaks into people's houses and he does all that shit. Sure, there could be two people. Maybe it's Kieran and Eli. No, not possible. Why would another killer be yelling at him? You eating cereal at 3 a.m. and all that shit? I don't know. They're psychotics. They're supposed to be psychotic. I don't know. It was all part of a game, It's all part of the show. Oh, you're messing with my girl. I'm gonna hit you at the carnival. It's all part of the mind games that they're doing. Could work. Could not. I don't know. I don't know anything, but I'm just saying Kieran may be the killer. Also because I saw a photo that someone kind of leaked out. Nothing anyway. So that to end the music in this episode, I have to say the violin that goes on, it reminds me so much of the Lex Luthor theme in Batman v Superman. If you listen to that music again, if you rewatch the episode or go to parts of it, the music literally sounds like Lex Luthor's theme song, which is really awesome. The only things I didn't like, and I'm sorry I dragged on, I haven't reviewed in a few days, by the way, so excuse me. I'm sorry I'm taking forever to review. I gotta get back to the way of things, but Brooke and Stavo, those little scenes were kind of the slow scenes. Those were the scenes that kind of dragged on for the most part, was the Stavo and Brooke scenes. And then Brooke's home and she's like, hey Dad, and like, oh, whatever, and like, Stavo is riding a bike and everything, and like, are you gonna go home? I'll be fine. That's not what I said. You know what I mean? Like, it's just the slower scenes there. So is Brooke and Stavo a thing? Jesus, your somewhat boyfriend just died like in the timeline, 2 weeks ago or something? And like, Jesus, didn't she have a boyfriend in season 1? Like, you went from that person, I think, and then to Jake, and then to this. It's like, God, make up your mind, Brooke. You're jumping from guy to guy. I mean, jeez, all right. Like, now she's with Stavo, and it's a mess. I don't know. I love Brooke still, but Jesus, you're somewhat of a boyfriend just died and gutted, and you found comfort in Stavo, but yet you found Stavo weird, and I think Audrey found, like, all of them found him weird, and now you're like okay with him. All right, So, is it Eli then? That's the last con. Is it Eli then? They never really answer. That's the thing. They never, there's 100% proof that leads to him. Yes. But they never showed him with the mask. They never showed him. So they never really confirmed whether he's a killer. I think he's one of the killers, for sure. But they never confirmed, yes, Eli's the killer. It's just, maybe Kieran wants them to think that Eli's the killer, but yet he's the killer. Well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I'm going to give this Scream episode, Heavenly Creatures, a solid B. I thought it was a really, really, really well done episode. Fun, entertaining. I think Audrey and Emma kind of actually doing a little Scooby-Doo evidence and shit like that. That was fun to see. Noah not giving up was awesome. And I think the highlight of the episode was probably towards the end of, Kieran finding the letters and then him, because you think Eli's going to find him. And how old is Eli? Like, let's go to the back and have a beer. I mean, I don't care. You could be underage whenever and drink. I don't give a shit. But I'm still saying, he's with his mom or aunt, and how you telling me he's 21 and in high school? Is that really the thing? Like, let's just go to the back and have a beer. I'm thinking to myself, how old are you? I mean, fine, go ahead. I mean, I'm not going to call the cops or anything. Like, oh my God, I don't care. But I'm still just, how old are you? Aren't you in high school? What? Okay, usually you would hide that from your parents, not like, let's go outside and have a beer. Yeah. Anyway, I'm just they're weird. They're just like, yeah, who knows? So, solid B, man. It's really good, really, really well done episode. It's not an amazing episode, but it makes me hyped for next week, and I love this show. I'm very curious to see who the actual killer will be, and whether it'll be two people, whether it'll be one person, who is Piper's accomplice, all that stuff like that. Super interesting. Comment down below to me what you guys thought about Scream. And who do you think the killer is? Do you think Eli's the killer, or do you think it's someone else? Or do you believe it's Kieran? I'd like to hear your thoughts and theories down below. I'll see you next week for more Scream for the finale. Like this video, or if you enjoyed my review, I really appreciate it. Share this with your friends and hit that subscribe button for more. Till next time, my Scream fanatics. Bye-bye.